Hello and welcome to my review of 75391 Captain Rex's Microfighter. Oh yeah, we're tackling this one today. I promised it at the end of the last video and here he is, finally. A week after that video came out. As usual, I cut straight to business. What do I like about this set? Well, for starters, I like that it's an affordable way to get Captain Rex, because if I go onto eBay right now and look at the Phase 1 and the previous Phase 2 Captain Rex, they're going for a couple $100. The cheapest one I'm seeing is $70. That's for the Phase 1 one. I don't own the Phase 1 one because I wasn't around when it was being produced and because it's older than I am, I'm pretty sure. Is it? I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. We'll get to what I don't like shortly. So what I do like is about Rex is I like all the detail on his chest. He's got the welding lines in the correct spot. I like how he has arm printing and the comlink on one arm, and it's a bit worn, his paint as well. I do like that minor detail as well. Under the pauldron we have tally marks on his arm. I also like that he comes with the pistols they're giving to like named clone troopers instead of just the regular Lego gun like they did in the Specialist. I like that his helmet is very accurate, with the tally marks, the little wolf ear things, the welding lines, the colours. It's all very accurate. You even had the button for the comlink, which I'll get to. Rangefinder. This set's a bit confusing, because on the box it looks like a Bad Batch set. That's Broca, which is a bit confusing because this ship appears in the Clone Wars first, not the Bad Batch. And Rex doesn't have the Band-Aid on his head during the Bad Batch. So they're like, oh, where's this wiring appear? Oh, I know, in the Bad Batch. So they just got some art of Broca, which I do really like, actually. It's very nice box art. I really enjoy looking at it because you can see, you can see the Venator there, you can see an acclimated there. Like, it's just some of the nicest Lego box art we've gotten in a while. I do like his face. It's very accurate to him. I mean, other than the fact he doesn't have a beard, or I guess, I don't know, stubble. I don't know what you'd call it. But he has the patch on his head from where he had his inhibitor chip removed. He's got kind of an unhappy look, which I don't think most clones are very happy most of the time. And now I'll get to the Microfighter Y-Wing. It is the blue wiring from the end of Clone Wars and Bad Batch, and it also appears in Tales of the Jedi, Season 1 or Volume 1. Like, it's very basic, but it's very well done. I wish it was a full-scale wiring. That would have been awesome, but it's something. I'll take it. I do really like this Y-Wing. Y-Wings are one of my favourite Star Wars ships, and this is just a Clone Wars Y-Wing. Oh, it's just awesome. Printed control panel there. This little stud here represents, I'm pretty sure, the turret, which Ahsoka grabs onto the roof and jumps into. The engine's on the back of the correct colour pink. Here's the bottom. It does have stud shooters. We're getting flashbacks to the Mandalorian review. And they've gone everywhere. And it generally does look very nice. The colours pop, and it's very accurate to the ship. Now we'll get to the rant part of the video. Helmet holes. How many times do I have to say it? I don't like them. At least this one's box doesn't have false advertising. It shows where the rangefinder is, which is very high up on his helmet. It looks stupid. It should be where the comlink is, and the comlink shouldn't be there. Or to make it look better, they should just remove the comlink and have this like arched and go all the way up to the helmet hole, or move the helmet hole down, or something. It just looks, particularly on Rex, and this officer, they both have it badly because they both have the rangefinder. It just doesn't look good. It looks good with the binocular and like sun, whatever it's called, this thing, hat, whatever part, I don't know what it's called. It looks better with them because you can't see the other helmet hole and it looks fine. But with Rex and the officer, it just doesn't, because you can see this giant hole. If the hole wasn't there, it looks so much better. Another thing that both these minifigs share is the fake waist cape, and I can also drag Echo in with this. The printed on waist cape, it looks so dog shit. Why? I'm glad I didn't try and print the pauldron on, because I'm pretty sure Lego fans would be out in the streets rioting if they printed on the whole pauldron. That would have been awful. Thankfully, it's a piece of cloth. They couldn't have bothered to have another piece of cloth to make this minifigure look 10 times better when in 2013 or 2014, when the Airborne Trooper came out. He came with a waist cape. This minifigure came out almost a decade ago. I think it is a decade ago. And he has a waist cape. And the minifigures from 2020 to 2024 have printed on waist capes. It's so lazy. Lego, you're like the biggest toy company in the world. How hard is it to make a tiny piece of cloth? it makes sense to have it printed on if you had cloth covering the back, and maybe sure, it doesn't have to wrap all the way around. It makes sense if you had a little bit of the cloth stopped here, because on this one it stops at this before it gets around to the front of the leg, and it just covers the back, but it looks good. It makes sense if to have the printing. If you had a waist cape, I think it would look fine, but no, they just print it on. It looks really bad, particularly on Rex. Like, I have other Captain Rex toys that are incredibly detailed. I'd say equally as detailed as the minifig here. But there's one big difference. This one has a waist cape. Sure, this one's an action figure, and when you buy it, you just get this. You don't get a whole other thing you have to build. But he comes with a piece of cloth. It wouldn't have been that hard to include a cloth in the minifigure. Ugh. Maybe I wouldn't be so angry if LEGO had changed their ways and given new Clone Troopers waist capes and fixed the helmet hole for ones that only have rangefinders. But no, Fides was released after this Captain Rex minifigure for the 25 years of LEGO Star Wars, and they didn't give him a waist cape. Yes, he has amazing arm printing. Yes, he has amazing detail. Yes, he has a little piece of cloth for his pauldron. Yes, he has a backpack that isn't printed on. They're improving in some places, but falling behind in others, like a waist cape and helmet holes. I think they should just go back to having no helmet holes for minifigs that don't need it, or just make a special variant for troopers like Rex and Fives that only have rangefinders. It'd be so much better, and it'd take them like 2 seconds. All they have to do is just remove this hole, and these minifigs will look 100 million times better. They still look good, but it will just be elevated more. Yes, this Captain Rex still does look cool. He looks particularly cool when paired with other Clone Wars minifigs like Anakin and Ahsoka. But every time I see this minifigure, I'm reminded of the huge flaws with it. Some of you watching this might be saying, why are you getting so angry? It's just a children's toy. And I say to that, I have other children's toys which are far more accurate and are cheaper and just some slightly better in other ways than this one. Kids will still notice the inaccuracies with these toys because they're not stupid. Some people act like kids are stupid. They're not. They'll see the differences and the inaccuracies, and because the internet's so prevalent now, they can look up, what Captain Rex looked like 10 years ago and be like, oh, that's so much better than what I have now. Why isn't the one I have now like the one that is on eBay for $2.99 with $45 shipping? And also, LEGO's a $1 billion company. They could afford to make this minifigure absolutely perfect, but they didn't. Also, sucked into those people who bought like 10 of the UCS Venators. I don't know how you do that. And then scalped this minifigure on eBay. Sucked into you. Alright, that was my review rant of LEGO Star Wars set number 75391, Captain Rex's Y-Wing Microfighter. It's a good set. I would recommend. Thanks for watching. I guess the next review will be the Mech Trooper. I don't have him. He's on the shelf. I just had the instruction manual here. I guess it'll be the Mech Trooper next, because I promised that like a year ago. And I guess I'll keep my promise for now. Thanks for watching. Oh god. Bye for now. Now I'll get to the pilot of the video that everyone... Oh, this chair's creaky.